back, everyone. Well, our next guest is preparing to open his new restaurant in the spring, and in the meantime, he's not slowing down. He's moving into a new location. Please welcome back to our show our good friend, the amazing chef, Yia Vang. Hello, chef.
Hey, Jason, how are you?
Okay, I always try to start with the compliment, and this is an easy one. My producer, Ted, said in my ear before we came to you, he said, Yia has perhaps the best setup for any cooking segment we've ever seen on this show. And he's not wrong, my friend.
Oh, thanks, man. This is so fun. We get to do this rain, shine, or snow out here. So,
what?
This is actually the backyard of our new building, V9.
I was going to say,
kind of the backyard.
I was going to say, do you have a license for those things, Yia? What are those?
Jason, I just go no English, Yeah, so these are clay pot grills, and a lot of Southeast Asian households, especially Hmong households, we have them. You can actually go to any Asian market and buy them, and I bought a bunch. I bought literally like 20 of them, and then I've sold them off to some friends, and so we're dorking out and trying some new things here, and so yeah, so there's no excuse for not grilling year round. So
okay, so I said in the intro, my friend, the restaurant's going to open in spring, but in the meantime, tell the folks what you're doing, because you're not going to take the winter off.
No, it's one of those things. I tell people there's an old Hmong saying that says, if it's not snowing, we're not going. I just made that up. But anyways, the truth is that we're Minnesotans, right? So regardless of what happens, we still got to find a way. We still got to figure it out. So we're actually teaming up with Republic. And Republic is it's a restaurant owned by Maddie. It's Maddie O'Reilly, and it's in the Seven Corners area. And we're taking over their food program. So we're taking over their kitchen, but they're still running the bar. So it's Republic in Seven Corners there, and we're really excited. We're just moving in right now, and then October 23rd we start there.
Yeah, and I've said this to a couple of restaurateurs that have come on the show, and I think it's just such a great thing to continuously highlight. Yes, the industry is in turmoil with COVID. Yes, things are bad. But what I'm pulling as a positive, I am seeing such amazing collaborations between local restaurateurs. People are really working together, and it's great to see. Are you seeing, I mean, you're obviously seeing it with your partnership with Republic, but isn't it a net positive? It's something we can pull from this?
It definitely is. My mom and dad, when they were in the refugee camp and during the war and they had to escape, the one thing my father taught me when we were kids was the fact that no matter what happened, no matter how hard it got, that we would come together, and that's how we would make it through. And I take that lesson to me every morning as I get up and as I meet with other restaurateurs and other chefs and says, how can we come together? Next week we're teaming up with the Healing Hotel, and we're doing an outdoor event. And as we're doing these things, it's not about ego. It's not about pride. It's not about bringing people into my restaurant. It's actually about how do we come together. And that's a lesson my mother and my father has taught me through everything that our people have gone through.
Well, and it's great, too. I'm so glad that you made that point, because in these collaborations, what I'm not seeing, it's what you exactly said. I'm not seeing ego. And look, I love when people throw the ego thing around. Everybody has an ego. But what I mean by that is I'm seeing these collaborations and nobody's arguing about whose name is first on the menu and who does this and who gets credit. It's further proof that we live in a really wonderful food community.
Absolutely. When this came up and Maddie just said, hey, would you want to try this? We actually were going to Maddie to help him see if he could help us find a different place, a different spot for the winter. And he's like, I have an idea. And he opened up his own spot. And to me, that's huge. He's been a fan of us since for the last 5-6 years. He's always, been someone who's always cheered for us, anything that we need help on. So it's just incredible to see this collaboration, these things that we're putting together.
Now, Yi is going to be cooking for us in the next segment, but I will end this part of the conversation by asking you, because one of the things that you'll be able to get at Republic, everybody, is Yia's famous fried chicken sandwich. And I want to ask you, Yia, everybody, everybody does a version. I shouldn't say everybody, but there's a lot of folks do fried chicken and do it well. For you, what is the key to an amazing fried chicken sandwich?
It's the dredge. Like when you put it in the flour dredge, leave it overnight. As it does that, it's so it actually dries it out the outside, and that's how you create a crust. And so for us, instead of using regular flour, we use tapioca starch, rice flour, and cornstarch. And without knowing it, we actually realized that we're making gluten-free fried chicken. So all the gluten-free people were really happy with us.
Oh,
It was more. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
no, so that's interesting. So if people are watching at home, that's just a good tip no matter what the breading or the batter is. Leave it soaked overnight. Am I hearing you right?
Yep. So when you bread it, just leave it overnight. If you're doing it at home, put it in a Ziploc bag, squeeze all the air out of it, and just leave that dredge in it with salt, pepper, garlic, whatever you want, and leave it overnight, because what that does is it helps dries it out. And then you can do your batter and then just fry it. And then we do the double fried method, where we fry it first real hot, and we fry it first until it's cooked, and then we do a second really hot, so it creates a crust on the outside, but inside still moist.
So good. Okay, keep the
And now people know, so they can open their own place, I guess.
No one will do it like you, my friend. Okay, so Yia's staying right there. When we come back, more with the chef right after this. We're cooking after this message. More with Yia Vang, everybody. Our chef friend, one of the best. Don't forget to visit and take advantage of the residency at Republic. Show support to these great local restaurants. Okay, back with Yia. What are we making, my friend? Oh, wait. Now you've added stuff, Yia. What's going on?
Yeah. So here is a really cool thing. We want to do, like right now with social distancing and these people that are potting together. You can get a group of up to 6 to 10 people. And what we're doing is we created these really awesome, dinner together. We just call it our Kamayan feast. And basically what we do is when you come in, you can go online, go to our website, and you can, on Talk, and you can reserve it. 6 to 8 people. You come in and we take a table and we fill it, we line it up with banana leaves. And then we just put all these kinds of different meats and veggies on it. So we have some grilled root vegetables right now. There's some really good root vegetables. We have some grilled ribeye over here. This is just a way of doing a grilled chicken. So we took a piece of chicken, we debone it, have it flat on our grill, and then you just kind of throw it over the wood fire. We have our sticky rice in our steamer here. We have some pork, some mung sausage, and then we have some shrimp. And we lay this, and then we have some noodles, and then we lay this all in the middle of the table, and then everyone just eats together. So it's the way that we done it and the way that we set it up. It's you kind of have your own private dining area, and there's between 6 to 8 people that can dine in there. And so so this is we just call this our V9 gathering, and the people that you're potting with, the people that you are social distancing with. It's a creative way to kind of get people to come in and eat with people that they're familiar and they feel safe around.
Yeah, in the creation of the restaurant, did it force you to kind of think differently as far as how to serve it?
Yeah. So one of the things is people have just said we can never go back to dining the way that we have, and I just choose not to believe that.
Yeah.
I think that eating together is what's about, and especially when we have. Look, we have Thanksgiving coming up, and that's, and I think that people are around other people enough. And, this is not me as a medical person, anything saying this. This is just me watching friends and family. We're around people enough to know that, hey, these are the people that I feel safe around. These are the people that we're potting together, and they still want to eat, and they still want to eat together. And so one of the things that we've been doing is we've been getting a lot of requests for smaller, like, wedding catering, smaller party caterers, anywhere from 12 to 15 people.
Well, and I agree with you, too. I choose to be a little optimistic. I think, when we get safely on the other side of this and there's vaccines and therapeutics, I actually think people will be yearning for more communal experiences. We are going to be so done with Zooms and working from our extra bedroom. No, I'm serious. Don't you think? Yeah, I think it's actually going to be the opposite. I think there's going to be a run on communal experiences.
I completely agree. I mean, that's the idea. The idea is hope. As we're building out our restaurant, there's this 10 top table that we're putting in there, and some of our design specialists were like, hey, we should move that out, and so we can have two separate tables, so we can make, from a business decision, we can make more money on that. And I said, no, let's keep that table. Let's keep this big 10 top table that a friend of mine from college, he's making it for us. And if we can't sit that table, at least that's a symbol of hope of what's to come. And I think that's the way I'm looking at this, is the what's to come. Like, being able to offer hope, being able to say, hey, like, I know it's really, it stinks right now and things are hard right now, but there's this hope to come, and us really thinking about that and thinking through that instead of sitting here and, saying, oh, this stinks and I can't go anywhere and then we can't do anything, And so, yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of me just trying to figure out how to turn a frown upside down.
Well, I got to tell you, you're one of my favorites, and whatever we can do to shine a light on the good work that you do, we'll always do. And I'll just leave you with this. I'm dying to know what the neighbors think is going on. All the people behind, like the houses behind you, they must be like, there's a camera, there's a fire. Like, what are the neighbors thinking right now?
Our neighbors are incredible here, man. Like, they're so cool. Like, our neighbor here to the left, Daniel, he's amazing. And the guy in the back, he actually comes to the fence, and he's just kind of like, he'll just be like, what's going on out there? And we have conversations. So the neighbors here are amazing.
I love it. Well, so are you, my friend. Continued success. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Yia. Yia Vang, everybody. For more information, head to unionkitchenmn.com, and you can find Yia on Instagram. He's great to follow. Just search for, you guessed it, Chef Yia Vang.